Hey everyone, my name's Lisa Ann, and in this video, we're talking about one of my favorite topics, why athletic entrepreneurs are more successful. I am a huge advocate for being active. In fact, I've been working out and going to the gym since I was in 9th grade. It has this effect on me where if I'm strong in the gym, I'm strong in every other aspect of my life. But what I find most people forget about is how helpful exercise is to our mental health and what a big difference it can create in our business and our entrepreneur journey. My name's Lisa Ann. I am a digital marketing strategist, online course creator, and a coach. I have been called the Energizer Bunny because I am such a go, 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 type A type of person. I'm little, but I sure am mighty. I work out for many reasons, but with this one, I really want to focus on how it has a direct effect on me being successful. And it really comes down to how exercising affects our brains. Seriously, our brains are the most complex thing known to humankind. In fact, a neuroscientist, Wendy Suzuki, described exercise as the most transformative thing we can do for our brains today. Exercise has both immediate as well as long-lasting effects, and it has the power to improve your mood, prolong your focus, and retain your long-term memory. Exercise also protects your brains from things like depression, Alzheimer's, dementia, and exercise actually changes your brain's anatomy, psychologically, and function. Now, the two parts of the brain that are the most affected from exercise is the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus. Without nerding out too hard on you, the prefrontal cortex is responsible for your cognitive behavior, personality expression, decision-making, and moderating social behavior, whereas the hippocampus is responsible for the consolidation of information, both long-term and short-term memory, and basically focuses on that navigation aspect. So in short, the more you work out, the bigger and stronger your hippocampus and prefrontal cortex gets. Now, these two areas of the brains are the most likely areas with neurodegenerative disease and aging. It's normal for your cognitive behavior to decline. Now, I'm not saying that exercise can stop these things from happening with age, but exercise definitely can help delay things from taking on effect. Now, Wendy Suzuki has compared exercise to compounding by stating that exercise is basically supercharging your brain. It's normal to think that exercise would actually take away from your energy rather than give you more, but I will tell you firsthand, it's the complete opposite. And truthfully, I actually avoid working out late at night because I find that I can't fall asleep if it's too close to my bedtime. Now, to make sure I wasn't crazy, I did look at a study that was done by the University of Georgia. They proved that even 20 minutes of low to moderate exercise 3 times a week will actually increase your energy by 20% and decrease fatigue by 65%. Regular activity like this increases your blood circulation, strengthens your heart, and gives you more endurance. Now, another reason why I love to work out and how it really affects my entire day is the mood that it puts me in. Seriously, I could go to the gym half asleep, mad, upset, annoyed, and I will walk out of there a totally different person. Exercise is so great for lifting your spirits, improving your mood because it increases levels of dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine is known as that feel-good neurotransmitter, where serotonin is known for mood stabilization. And actually, you'll also find that working out affects your alertness, arousal, and your reaction time. Now, I'm sure you can see why an increase in these hormones would have a positive effect on your productivity and, in turn, your business results. Now, on the other side of things, exercise works to help manage stress by lowering levels of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. And to emphasize how great it is for mood regulation a little bit more, regular exercise actually has been found to reduce your anxiety by making us less reactive to stress just overall. So for the people out there that do suffer with any amount of anxiety, head outside, get moving, or head into the gym and lift some heavy things. You will get through it, I promise you. And actually, going back to the whole sleep thing, yeah, I don't like working out later in the evening because I personally wake right up when I'm working out. But by working out, I actually am getting a better sleep, even though I work out in the morning, comparing it to those who don't work out. It has actually been said that those who work out will fall asleep about 15 minutes faster and sleep for an average of 45 minutes longer than those who don't work out. And I'm sure I don't need to tell you how important sleep is when it comes to your business and your productivity. It's a habit I definitely suggest that you get into for so many more reasons than what I just listed, but I actually suggest that you work out 3 to 4 times a week, bare minimum, for 30 minutes. And obviously get a good balance between endurance and weight training. So if you're someone who doesn't work out regularly right now or have never worked out, it definitely is okay to start off slow. It doesn't matter if you exercise for 5 minutes a day to get started. The whole point is just to get started. Get your body adjusted with some kind of movement so that over time, you can start to handle even more movement. And actually, how quickly you're going to increase your workout time will actually depend on your age, your fitness level, and your health. So this is all a personal journey. But start with activities such as walking or jogging, climbing the stairs, or even water aerobics. Working out actually in the water is so great because of how gentle the water is on your joints. And things like walking and climbing the stairs, everyone can do it. It's simple enough. But one of my biggest suggestions is to focus on the positive side of it and focus on what you actually can do versus what you can't. If you did 5 minutes of exercise a day for a whole week, that is huge for some people. Now, it may seem insignificant, but what you're doing is actually building that habit. And you build habits by repeating something over and over again. Now, another way to start pushing yourself forward towards movement is considering doing some of these following things that I'm going to share with you. So skipping the elevator and take the stairs, that's a big one. Park far away from the grocery store or anywhere that you're going so you have that farther time to walk. Go for a walk for lunch or even after work. Make it a habit. And actually, if you're about to get on a long phone call with a friend or maybe go into a meeting, why not take them for a walk with you? In fact, I actually usually check my emails and my notifications on social media when I'm on the Stairmaster in the morning. Multitasking at its finest, I know that's what I love to do. So if you feel still zero motivation, consider getting yourself a fitness tracker. I use the Apple Watch, or even join a fitness challenge. They're fun, it's a new way to get excited about exercise again, and they help you in having a clear objective about what you should be aiming for depending on your goals specifically. And obviously, since the start of the pandemic, life has become difficult for just about everyone. Therapists are actually calling this a shared trauma because it has affected all of us in some way or another. So if you're not feeling well, or if you just don't feel really driven lately, that's certainly understandable. I'm sure there's many people out there who can relate, but it's worth knowing that something as simple as exercise can have such profound and life-changing effect on you. Consider taking time now to really focus on yourself and focus on working on your specific goals. And exercise creates this brain-changing benefit, which in turn is going to make you happier and better and more efficient as an entrepreneur. Better mood, better energy, better attention is something everyone craves. And while it may not come easily, exercise is free and you can do it anytime, anywhere, and on your own terms. I actually had a friend who used to do a lot of yoga and would do a lot of cardio. And he would also say how yoga made him feel like water. He talked about how he felt that he fit into his body better when he was actually moving. I always thought that was a really interesting description, but I also can imagine how it's true for him. And as someone who is super structured and love crushing all my goals, I know that starting my day with a good sweat is the fastest way for me to achieve them. Once I started incorporating routine exercise into my life, I no longer felt beat down or overwhelmed, and any stress I knew how to manage. Everything really just felt lighter and easier to tackle, and I am glad it's something that I made time for and was able to develop this habit that I have. Now, entrepreneurship, it can be taxing, and it's easy to neglect our health in the name of wealth or success. But many of us don't see that impact on performance in a positive way when we do that. There is a specific reason why high performers are active, which takes me back to my belief that athletic entrepreneurs are more successful. Of course, we could argue that it's our ability to consistently put in the effort or that we have this drive to succeed, but I truly believe that how it affects us mentally is a direct correlation on our success with anything in life, not just our business. So if I can give you any advice, learn to take exercise seriously and understand that it's worth your while for both the short-term and long-term success in your life. And if you need any help or even just a push to get yourself moving, I'm your girl. And as always, if you like this video or if it gave you a sense of motivation, make sure to like and comment and subscribe to my channel. I would love to continue to help all of you get better results in your business, especially utilizing the internet. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye.